Valentine's Day is just hours away, and the hearts and chocolates in the grocery aisle let us know that love is in the air. But for one Brooklyn free speech television community producer, love is on tour.
And it's a new concept in reality TV, free of catfights and fist pumps. And before we introduce you to its creator, we're going to share the love with this clip from Love We World Tour.
Our next guest, you guys, is a dynamic, charismatic radio and television host from New York. He lives here in LA now. He's an executive producer at BRIC, which is a New York nonprofit providing resources to launch creativity and diversity in the arts. He's the executive producer and host of an exciting and inspiring new television show, the Love We World Tour. Because of his big, big heart, he's our very first in-person G-Spot. Please welcome Amar Taborn! Hello, handsome! It was not the fact that you're handsome and gorgeous and well-dressed and well-groomed and well-spoken.
Thank you.
Your heart drew me in. I had listeners actually refer you to me, and this is one of the, it's happened before.
Wow.
Through, a lot of times I'll get a celeb booking through either publicists, people I know, or celebs I know, but this literally came from a fan base.
Wow.
Fans of your show are listeners of Langdon Nation.
Yes.
And I literally received an email, you must check this boy out.
Okay.
So I checked you out on the YouTube, fell in love instantly with your work.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm old, Amar.
He's 97, don't mind him.
Okay, well, I'm 98. You know black don't crack, so.
It's so not fair. Makes me so mad.
You say I crack is whack, but but you know, the bribery worked. All I have to say, all the fans just, you know, got to you. And it's a fan-driven show. It's Love We. It's not Love Me. It's not the Amar Taborn show. It's a Love We show. So it's a fan-based show where they're the producers of Love, and they produced the show. So they did their job.
They did their job.
Welcome, Amar.
Thanks, Jacqueline. How are you?
I'm great. Good to have you here.
Congratulations on being on the show. I watch the show all the time, but I've
you.
I'd never seen you before. Well,
I'm
congratulations.
new.
You're new.
Newbie.
You like it?
I do.
You love it?
I love it.
You like it or love it?
Love
It's all about
it.
love. Hi, Brian.
It's all about love. Good afternoon,
How you doing?
sir. Thank you for being here today.
So, Love We World Tour. Tell us about this show that you've created.
Oh, I don't know where I start. I started this whole idea here in New York City at the Empire State Building. And we took a camera, because I really wanted to talk about love and unconditional love, not just love, not just in the romantic sense. But we started this show, and we took it over to Hollywood, to California. I got signed with Sunset Bronson Studios in Hollywood. We did a show, a radio show, and then I got so bored. I was so bored.
Love it?
Well, I was sitting in a studio like this, no offense guys, but talking to celebrities about spirituality and love. And one of our main guests was Anil Kapoor from Mission Impossible and from Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he really triggered my mind about, you know, traveling. We talked about India and everything. I said, you know what? I need to go on tour.
Yeah.
On tour, because my friends thought I was crazy. You're gonna leave a major studio.
Yeah.
But I said I need to go to the people and talk about love. Talk about love.
So what's been the most inspiring thing about taking that show on the road?
All the people I meet, all the places I go, it's just amazing. But the show is really based on how does the world love. You know, there's all forms of love, not just romantic love.
So break it down. We
Although
know
it's Valentine's Day, I know. It's Valentine's Day, but you know, it's not just about romantic love. There's friendship, there's family, and all these things lead us to unconditional love, which is agape love. So that's pretty much what Love We is all about. How do we love each other?
Isn't that syrup that you use?
Agape.
Agape love. So no, unpack that. What is this notion of agape love, and how do we get it, or where is it? What is
I don't have any answers here. I'm just the host. I just built the platform. I am not an expert on love, you know, but I know within my own life what motivated me to do this show is, you know, I had issues with my family. I went to jail. There was a lot of family issues. And how do we love each other unconditionally? Because I'm very sensitive to relationships. And I do sometimes feel that, you know, friendships can be based on what can you do for me, you know, that condition. And I was motivated to start this show about how can we be unconditional in love. And then from there, I just went, you know, on the road, and we talked about different forms of love. But, you know, people in India don't love the same way.
What are some of the differences that you
I
found?
mean, for example, there's arranged marriage.
Yes.
There's arranged marriages. And, you talk to people who are in arranged marriages, they really love each other. We sit in this Western culture judging them about what an arranged marriage is, but they love each other. And it's a deeper, in my opinion, a deeper type of love. Western love is romance. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's that,
yes.
from here to eternity on
Yes.
the beach.
But is
love.
romantic love conditional?
No.
Think about it. If I bring you some flowers to this beautiful lady, I want something, right? Maybe I want something. Maybe, hey, I want something, So there is a condition in that. And my goal is, personally, through this show, I want to learn what unconditional love is.
You're training yourself by doing the show in a way.
But what's more important than love? This is the
Money.
most important money. Well, you guys had a segment on earlier about money.
Love is nice, but how you gonna pay the mortgage? No.
I don't
but
know.
I'm just gonna stretch a little bit and pat ourselves on the back here at Brick before I ask you how you've used the resources in the community here at Brick to make your vision come true.
Wow, that's a great question because I was over in Hollywood. Now, my whole thing is I've been going back and forth between cities, and I really wanted to do a major show about love because I travel all around. We have footage of people talking about love all the time, but I want to do a base show in a major city. So it was between Hollywood and New York, Hollywood and New York.
You mean Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn is its own city now, right? Yes. So I came here just on a whim, and just came to these wonderful facilities. Yeah. And recently I made a decision, I'm going to use these facilities to do a major show and talk about love. Music, guests, celebrity guests, and just have the community because this is a community space. Right. And this is one of the most biggest topics in the world. Love is a huge topic. So I'm glad you guys are here because it's amazing. I mean, you guys got to check. Where's the camera? You got to check it out. You got to check it out. It's amazing here.
So I have a question for you, Mr. Host, producer, person. What's your favorite question to ask people about love? As you've traveled around the world and you've had responses in different cultures, what's your just go-to question that
My go-to
always
question is
gets
very
you an
simple.
answer?
What is love? I'll ask you guys, what is love?
And that's a big one.
That's why we asked the question.
I'm turning the cameras. I'm interviewing you guys now. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the big question. What is love?
And is agape, is that a Hindu term? Or is that...
Agape is in the Bible, isn't it? In the Bible?
I don't know.
It could be a Hindu term. I don't know. See, again, I don't know nothing about this.
I love that
I'm
it's
just the
big,
host.
though. It's big. It's all-encompassing.
Yeah, it's unconditional. Agape means unconditional love. And how do we get to a place of unconditional love? Yeah. How can I be your friend without saying, what can you do for me?
Right.
And then... If you said you were in India recently, right?
I was.
And how do they love in India? What type of love suits them, And then how it relates to you. What did you feel when you went to India about love?
I felt the love. People were
very spiritual place, right?
It was a spiritual place. I didn't have one of those eat, pray, love experiences. I still watch reality trash TV as well. But I don't know. I was actually speaking with a friend about this who travels in India a lot and in China for business, and he was telling me that he really warms to the people of India, and he thinks it's because of their religious views, that there's so many convergent religious views there, where in China there was a tradition of sort of wiping that away, and there was more dedication to the state and not as much about religion, but there's something about that spirituality that flows there with all of the different religions in one that make it a more friendly, welcoming, warming sort of environment in his view. So there might be something to say for this love
There's
thing.
a lot to say about love, and this will go on and on and on. This is what is more important in your life than love and shoes, of course, but what is more important in your life?
This is New York.
Really, on your deathbed, you're going to think about were you loved and did you love others, period. You're not going to think about how much money you had or my car or my shoe. It's not important. Yeah. We need to love each other, and that's really what this is all about, love. So, we're here today on Valentine's, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Yeah. And this is I want to really, because I have a friend who, I was actually on his show, which started this whole mission, the Millionaire Matchmaker show, David Cruz. Yeah. And I was actually a host on one of his shows in Hollywood, and it sparked this whole idea. But this, when you watch Millionaire Matchmaker, no offense to Bravo or all the fans, I love the show, I watch it all the time.
Yeah.
But really, there are millionaires looking for love.
Yes.
And to me, personally, I feel that it's a little bit conditional. You're gonna sort of get with me at a mixer because I have money and we can go on a date. But there are people at home who just want to be loved and deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves to be loved, regardless of how much money you have, what status you have. So really, for me, I'm trying to create a format, a reality talk show format, that is beyond the conditions of love. I want to ask you, what do you think about love? Ask Amy Adams what you think about love, but it's not just inclusive to the celebrity or to the person who has the money. It's non-conditional in itself.
So what's next?
What's next is we are filming a show right here at BK Brooklyn. What was this? Brick?
Brick.
The Brick House, man.
We're filming a show here, and we're going to get some red carpets out there and get a big show. And music is really sort of the blood of love for me, at least, because this is a very challenging topic. People get a little bit defensive. Love is very vulnerable. It puts people in a vulnerable state. So immediately if I ask you as a stranger, what is love? You're automatically going to defend yourself because who's this black guy asking me about love, So we really want to soften this conversation with music. And music is the blood of love. So we're going to do a show right here.
So Amar, how can people find out about your show and get the real scoop and when to watch? And
Well, I'll give you my cell phone number, but I'm just kidding.
Ready?
917 now. You can go to lovelyworldtour.com, and I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, you can find me. Just type in #LoveWe. You type in #LoveWe, you're gonna see my face all over the place,
Awesome.
And you see interviews with me everywhere talking about love. So
Wonderful.
that's it.
Yes.
Love
Yes
We.
to
It's all
love.
about Love We.
Thank you so much for stopping
Thank
by
you
and
for having
spreading
me.
the love.
I'm sorry to bring any flowers, but
Oh,
I got
there
them.
he goes.
I got them in my imagination.
you got them okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I can leave some of these cards with you guys.
You leave them right there.
Check
Perfect.
out the Love We World
So
Tour.
camera
Thank you.
5
And
action.
thank you so much, and congratulations on
Thank you.
being here in this show. Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
me.
Appreciate it. You have to come back.
I will.
Have us on your show.
Of
have it on
course.
our
It's
show.
right across the hall.
We'll
You'll
spread
be
the
on the
love.
show.
We'll spread the love.
Spread the Traveling to over 69 countries throughout the world, Love We World Tour is taking its cameras and turning them on you, yes, you, to talk about love. The most important issues about relationships, our families, ourselves, the world. Now, as an international reality talk show. All around the world and from the crossroads of the world, New York City. So join me, your host, Amar Taborn, so you can love you, love me, and love